Coming to you live from Numancia, Aklan in Western Visayas here in the Philippines. I'm having my morning cup of tea right now, green tea on my Boracay Island cup here. I got this in Boracay Island the last time Dazzle and I were in Boracay Island. I think I paid 150 pesos for this cup, about $2.50 for this cup. Really nice cup. I like it because it's got that Boracay sunset. Boracay is like known to have like some of the best amazing sunsets here in the Philippines, right on Front Beach. You can't beat it. I've seen it so many times, but I never get tired of looking at that Boracay sunset right there. First, I always start with the weather report. Weather report here in the Philippines. Right now, there is not a typhoon weather condition that's inside the PAR, the Philippine Area of Responsibility is what it's called here, PAR. Not golf, but weather, weather PAR. But there is in Zamboanga Peninsula, it says here ITCZ, and I checked it out what ITCZ means. It's basically like low pressure area. Brings a lot of rain when you have a low pressure area here in the Philippines. So in Zamboanga, that's in the Mindanao region of the Philippines, cloudy skies with scattered rains and thunderstorms. And then the rest, the Metro Manila and the rest of the country, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers, localized thunderstorms. Last night, it rained pretty much the whole night. It actually just stopped raining here, I would say about an hour ago is when it stopped. And now the sun is up now. I just took Liana to school. That's why I just got started. My good friend Scuba Steve was like messaging me earlier this morning. We were like chatting a little bit, and he's like, "Are you gonna go live today?" So I said, "I gotta take Liana to school first before I can go live." Fortune, my good friend Fortune, we've been texting too. Fortune and I, he's sending me the ROTC, the military thing at UP. I'm gonna watch all that after the live stream, Fortune. But I'm interested. I'm military man. I enjoy watching those things. And thank you, Fortune, for reminding me. I almost forgot because we were in Iloilo. My mind was in Iloilo City, traveling, enjoying the weekend, and I almost forgot. This week is opening salvo here in Calibo. It starts on Wednesday the 8th through the 10th. 8th, 9th, and 10th is opening salvo. That's why I'm wearing my Ati-Atihan shirt. I like my Ati-Atihan shirt because I can wear this pretty much every year because it doesn't have usually it'll have Ati-Atihan 2024, 2025. Mine doesn't have a year. So this is like my Ati-Atihan shirt, like I wore during Ati-Atihan. I also have a black one that I wear for Ati-Atihan. But opening salvo in Calibo this coming Wednesday to Friday. What that is kind of like a preview of what's to come in Ati-Atihan. Ati-Atihan is just a big festival here in our province of Aklan, in Calibo especially. In January, there's going to be a 10-day festival here in Calibo. Ati-Atihan is called the mother of all festivals here in the Philippines. It's what started all these other festivals. Ati-Atihan is the first one, the mother of all festivals here. And to me, it's like the best, I think. Just maybe I'm biased, because I'm from Aklan. But what I like about Ati-Atihan compared to all the other festivals that you see all across the Philippines is a lot of the other festivals, you're pretty much, you can sit on the bleachers or you can be on the sidelines and you're just watching. And nothing wrong with that. That's a good festival, it's like, but Ati-Atihan, if you've never experienced it here in the Philippines, one of a kind, I think, just because on Ati-Atihan, it's audience participation is encouraged. No rules. It's pretty much like the Mardi Gras of the Philippines. You can dress up anywhere any way you want, just like in Mardi Gras. I've actually seen guys walking during. This is during the parade, during the bands marching. You can just march. You can just like get on and start marching with the parade. And I've seen guys even wearing those adult diaper, and that's all they're wearing. I'm sure they got shorts inside. I'm sure they got shorts inside, and they're wearing the adult diaper, and they darken all their skin like in charcoal, because Ati-Atihan, the Ati tribe, they dark skin, so they kind of overemphasize it during Ati-Atihan. Like people like put charcoal on their face, on their arms. Fortune even told me Kulas from Becoming Filipino is already in Kalibo, because he's excited because Kulas was here during Ati-Atihan at the beginning of this year, January 2025. So the next Ati-Atihan is January 2026, but Kulas is already here. I guess he's excited. He's excited, and I'm sure he's gonna be vlogging Kalibo. He vlogged a lot of Kalibo during the stay he had here in January 2025. So, and I'm sure he's met friends here now in Kalibo. That's why he's already here. And opening salvo is Wednesday. And opening salvo, it's not gonna be as big because what happens here in our province of Baclayan, the bands, the groups, they've already started practicing like a month ago, at least a month ago. They started practicing already because the drum beats of Ati-Atihan, there's the typical drum beats, but they also like update it with a lot of new drum beats, like modern music. A lot of times, what's popular, they'll start playing. You know, they just it's just amazing. At least at the beginning, opening salvo, I would say at least there's gonna be 50 bands, 50 Ati-Atihan groups. But during the real deal, the real Ati-Atihan in January, there's gonna be over 100 marching bands, over 100 Ati-Atihan groups dancing, colorful costumes. Right now, opening salvo, it's kind of like they're testing it. Like it takes a lot to do a festival here to make it safe. They have like the mayor already, there's executive orders from the mayor blocking the streets of Kalibo. So I know Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is gonna be a madhouse in Kalibo, like parkings, you know, pretty much we'll have to ride Bumblebee, our tricycle, to go in and out of Kalibo during opening salvo. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And I'm also representing my Dodgers, you know. We came back in game one. So awesome. I've been watching all the replays of game one. It's just so awesome. We came back and beat the Phillies in game one. I know it's only game one, you know, but it's still in a 5-game series, that game one is critical. And to come back like that late in the game, you know, Teoscar Hernandez, you know, the Hernandez boys, you know, they're like awesome, man. Hello, mate. Hey, hello, mate, Jay. All right. I have a lot of people that call me mate. So I'm thinking you're either from New Zealand, Australia, or England. Because I get called, I have my good buddy, David. He calls me old mucka. Me old mucka. You know, he calls me mate. He calls me old mucka. And he's right now he's in Canada, but he's originally from England. Me and him chat all the times. We share videos with each other. Good friend of mine now. And I actually met him here in Kalibo. He was vacationing with his wife here in Balete, Aklan. The beginning of this year, he was vacationing here, and I got to meet David. Fortune, on site all week except Thursday. Oh, you're gonna be in Makati in rain in the Philippines, no. It's all right. I mean, rain doesn't bother us here. You know, it's like when I've been here 14 years in the Philippines. I moved back here when I was 45. I'm 59 now. In the 14 years, rain has never bothered me. I like both seasons, dry season, rainy season, because here it could be rainy season, but you'll still get sunshine. In between, like sometimes on the same day. Sometimes it'll be pouring rain, torrential rain. In the afternoon, it'll be all sunny. So it's never bothered me. Rain is, I like it when it's rainy because everything is so green. All the rice fields, all the trees, they're just like green and healthy during the rainy season here. Michael C, good morning, bro. Good morning, Michael C, my good friend in Trece Martires in Cavite. Check out Michael C's video. He doesn't have a channel, but another vlogger had filmed Michael C's townhouse. Nice townhouse for the price he's paying for the townhouse in Trece Martires, newly built townhouse, available too. There's several available. Michael C is like one of the first that moved into the new townhouse. Great place to rent. Great place to rent. I'm sure he's getting many views on that video. I forgot the blogger's name. But I will find out and I'll share it on the future live stream. But the video was awesome. So happy for my brother Michael C because he is living a good life, man. He's from Chicago, cold weather Chicago. Now he's in the tropical island in the Philippines, living the dream, brother, living the dream. Fortune. I like the color. I know it's the maroon. The maroon colors for UP Diliman. The Fighting Maroons. I can call it the Atiatihan Fighting Maroons. All right, brother. Good morning, Ginno. Hello from Australia. Oh, another mate. Another mate. All right. How are you going this morning? I'm doing well. Monday morning. Already took Leanna to school. She's half day today, actually, because I think they're having program this morning in school. But she said I'll pick her up like at noontime is when I pick her up today. I will be in Numancia in 3 weeks' time. Hey, all right. Let me know. I would love to do a meetup, mate. Have a good day. All right. My contact information, if you look at any of our videos, my email, my WhatsApp number, my Dazzle TV Messenger, you can contact me there. Easy for me. If you're in Numancia, we're in the same town, and that'll be an easy meetup for me. Are you a veteran? Yes, I'm a retired United States Air Force. I served 20 years in the United States Air Force, active duty. That's why I'm able to retire here in the Philippines early. It's like I was 45 when I moved here, basically living on my military pension alone ever since the last 14 years. Very blessed that I have a military pension. It's like an amazing life here in the Philippines. Oh, I have some news items too. I almost forgot. I get sidetracked here. I get busy talking. You can tell I'm like talkative. Dazzle always tells me I'm very talkative. In Calibo Airport, the past few months it's almost been like a ghost airport. Philippine Airlines actually back in March, they stopped flying into Calibo Airport. They now just fly in Caticlan Airport, where near Boracay Island. So last week, it says here October 3, right here's the news. Philippine Airlines in Calibo is back. Not the domestic, but the international flight. But still, that's a good sign. That's a good sign for us here in Calibo. It's a direct flight from Incheon in South Korea to Calibo. We have a lot of Koreans that live here in Aklan province. A lot of businesses. Used to be more businesses in Boracay Island were run by the Koreans, especially a lot of the scuba diving, a lot of the water activity, the tour. those were run by the Koreans, but less now because they're having issues, I think, with their business permits and all that. I don't really understand, but some of them have moved to other places in the Philippines, like Panglao, Bohol. But it's a good sign that the Koreans are still coming to the Philippines, because they're a big piece as far as the tourism here in Aklan province and in Boracay Island for sure. Because we no longer get the Chinese. The Chinese for many months now hasn't been coming to Boracay Island or our province of Aklan. There's that friction between the Philippines and the Chinese, or maybe they're restricting them from coming here to our province or to the Philippines. But it used to be, we used to have direct flights from China. One of them was from Wuhan, of all places, like Wuhan, China to Calibo. There used to be a direct flight. I remember that flight coming in here, like 400 Chinese on that Wuhan, China direct flight to Calibo. Or mom, I was like, I had to look. Mom is like packing up here. Oh, there's Edgar. Edgar's on the live stream.
Open the door.
Perfect timing. Good morning, Ginno and Fortune. Mom says, good morning, Edgar. Hey, brother, good morning. There's Scuba Steve. My good brother, Scuba Steve, man. I love your house, Scuba Steve. And now he's got beautiful land, amazing house that Scuba Steve built. Now he's like, I think he was talking about this morning, goats. He's gonna have goats, a goat pen. Man, that's you're living the life, brother. That is just so awesome. Amy C, hi, all right. Good day, Edgar, good day. For Edgar, you're first ati-atihan. Oh, that's right. It'll be Edgar's first ati-atihan. Greetings, Ginno. How's it going? I am doing good. Early start. This morning I got up, edited some videos, finish up editing like our Iloilo City videos. So I'm going to be releasing that the next couple of days. I always try to get ahead on the videos, at least have a couple of videos. That way I'm not pressured to like make a video, and I've only been releasing every other day now. I used to be able to release videos like every day, but it's a lot of work. I actually prefer the live streams better than making videos. Videos take a lot of time, because you have to think about the video, you got to film the video, you got to edit the video. It takes a lot of effort making a video. The live streams to me are easy. That's why you notice I do a lot more live streams. And now YouTube came up with this new thing. I do not even have to do anything with the shorts. The shorts that you've been watching, YouTube just does it for me. I was like, man, this is like awesome. It's like what happens is, like on this live stream, like 2-hour live stream, YouTube just creates a short about the, I guess picks it, the AI or something, picks the short video and sends me the video, and I'm like, oh cool, man, and then all I have to do is title it. That's the only job I have to make on the shorts. That's why now you're seeing like short videos of me like almost every day now. So I like it. I really like it, how it's made my life easy. For me, man, anything about making life easy is for me. It's like that's always been kind of like me here in the Philippines. And today I'm going to discuss, I always try, hey, before I start going here, there's Thriving Philippine Expat. Hello, Michael White in Masbate Island. He's got a channel, Thriving Philippine Expat. Check his channel out. Very knowledgeable person here regarding off-grid living, solar. He's got his house is all solar. I've learned so much from Michael regarding that. And Ray in the Philippines. Good morning, Ray. He also has a YouTube channel, Ray in the Philippines. He's in Tagaytay. He's back in Tagaytay. He was here in Panay Island, then he went to Masbate with Michael White, and now he's back in Tagaytay. Yankees. I knew I was gonna see a comment from my good friend Rick, Far East Rider. You know, he's a Boston fan. Yankees lost. Ole, 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 ole. That's the song that the Boston Red Sox sings every time the Yankees lose. So Lowell, kumusta? Kumusta, Lowell, kumusta? God bless, my brother. And Daniel, man, everybody's here this morning. I'm glad everybody's here this morning. Daniel, my good friend in Jacksonville, Florida. The Panay Posse Bros, all right, man, we're building it. I mean, we're building the Panay Posse, man. So you named it, Daniel. You're the founder of the Panay, you're the creator of the name of the Panay Posse. Today, my topic, I always try to do a topic that way I'm just not rambling off, you know. At least I'm trying to share some good information. My topic today is my desire for things is gone. I'm gonna explain that. I know not everybody's the same. I'm not saying do like me, you know, in order to be find a peaceful life. You know, it's like I understand. People are different. For me, when I moved to the Philippines 14 years ago, I knew I had to change my lifestyle. I was coming in here, I had a little bit of savings, not much savings, but I had my military pension. And even though I was stationed before in the Philippines, I was stationed at Clark Air Base, in the Philippines in Angeles City back in the late 80s, and then I was part of the Mount Pinatubo evacuation. All right, mom. All right, take care, mom. You know, even though I was stationed at Clark, I have an idea. I'm Filipino. You know, it's like I was born and raised in Manila. I was 12 when I left. So, but I spent a lot of years in the United States, over 30 years before I moved back to the Philippines. So I had that, you know, it's like I knew I can make it here in the Philippines on my military pension alone, but I knew I had to change my lifestyle. When I was in the US, I was typical like American, you know, it's like I got credit cards, I had a Mustang, I drove a sports car with rims on it, you know, I wear Air Jordans, I wear designer clothes, you know, it's like, you know, you had to look good, you know, it's like, I took vacations in Cancun, took vacations in Las Vegas. You know, it's just like the typical American, you know, want it all. You know, it's like, I thought that was the life, you know, right? You know, it's like, that was like living the life in the US. You know, I'm making money. I had a military pension. I had a full-time job, great paying job at St. Mary's Hospital in Tucson, Arizona. So I was just like, you know, to me, money was like, you know, I was spending it. I was making money, spending money. You know, it's like, what do they say in the U.S.? Play hard, something like make money hard and play hard. You know, and I lived that. I lived that life when I was in the United States. But I knew moving back to the Philippines, I had to change that because, like, I knew that, you know, my military pension might not be enough in the Philippines. I had an idea it would be, but still, I couldn't live like I wasn't living in the US. No way could I live like I was living in the US and come here. So that was the thing we need, you know, and I'm doing like what Daniel's doing right now. I had stuff. I don't have as much stuff as Daniel. You know, I didn't have anything in storage. I just had a garage full of stuff and, you know, normal stuff that you have in your house. But I sold it all. I gave it all. You know, it's like sold my car. I took my car to was that CarMax? Because I was having a hard time selling the car because people would test drive it, and I was like, man, this is a hassle, man. I knew I took a hit. I took a hit on the value on the car, but I was just like, drove my car to CarMax. Here you go. Here's my keys. You know, pay me the money. You know, so, you know, got rid of my stuff. When I flew to the Philippines, I had one backpack, one suitcase. That's all I had. And ever since I moved here to the Philippines, I have maintained that kind of thinking. I've always, you know, the more minimalist. When I say I don't desire, my desire for things, material things, it's gone. I do not crave anything electronics. I don't crave a new car. there's nothing that Dazzle even asked me, Dave, what do you want for Christmas? I cannot even think of anything I want for Christmas. I'm a vlogger. I know I vlog, and James from James and Karen's Adventure, he told me, why don't you get a drone, so you can drone shot, right? I don't even desire that, because to me it's like, it'd be one more item I would buy that I would carry around. If it breaks, I have to replace it. The last purchase I've purchased is a GoPro. And I bought that GoPro about a year now, because my old GoPro broke, and I bought that, and I paid I think around $500 for it. That's the last purchase I bought about anything, just because, I have to have a GoPro, because I'm a YouTuber. I got a YouTube, and if I YouTube on this phone right here, I'm gonna people gonna slam me like, man, your camera is shaky. You need to get this. So I got me a GoPro. That way, when I'm walking, which I like to walk and I film. At least it's not shaking. It's not doing that. It sounds decent. It sounds decent on the GoPro, but I just don't find any. It's just not. I've even given up my credit cards. I no longer have a credit card for over a year now. Not a single credit. I got a debit card, but I just basically use my debit card as an ATM and my Gcash. But I can't even remember. I think that's the GoPro was the last purchase I've had. It's like, I know if our TV here breaks, we've had this TV now 3-4 years, I'll have to replace it. But really, in our house here, I don't really, I can't think of anything that I want. I mean, Dazzle, she wants some things, of course, and I don't mind that. I don't mind, because I know when Dazzle buys something, it makes her happy. I know she's not at the level that I am anymore, which is fine, it's like, but for me, I just do not have a desire for things anymore. I guess I've reached the point of my life that I'm content. I'm just content. And what I've found is, like, when you're like living a more minimalist lifestyle, and when you're not craving things to buy, it's just peaceful. Now, for me, again, just for me, I'm not saying, it can work for everybody, but for me, it's just less stress. I do not stress about stuff, because I don't own stuff. I don't have things that I have to replace or I have to fix, the things in the house, minor fixes, doesn't bother me, because that's just part of maintenance, right? I can hire somebody. Hey, this faucet's broke. This door they replaced the door. That's not an issue. To me, that's just maintenance. That's not buying something for myself. But buying anything for myself, I really don't. It's like even my clothes. All my clothes are from Ukay Ukay. Dazzle buys all my clothes from Ukay Ukay, the thrift store. The shoes, I have like 2 pairs of shoes. I bought this. I think it was like a Christmas gift from Dazzle. I wear a Skechers slip-on running shoes. I wear it at the gym. I have that one, and then now I have a backup. My good friend Joel in Arizona brought that shoe with him. New Balance, and I haven't even used that, and everything else, I have like 2 pairs of flip-flops. That is all I own, and my clothes that I can still fit in a suitcase. I just rotate like 6 pairs of like board shorts, and that's what I wear all the time, and just t-shirts. I just found, like, for me, it's just a less stressful life when you don't have so many things that you accumulate. The clutter too, it's like I have to get on Dazzle sometimes, because she's not at the level as I am, but I'm always like tidying things up. Our home is tiny. I mean, this is like 430 square feet. Our home is like 40 square meters. This is not any bigger than like the condos that you see, right? The 1-bedroom condos. 30 square meter. Our entire house is only 40 square meters. So, I like keeping everything tidy. That way it doesn't look so cluttered. We don't have so many things. To me, it relaxes me. It relaxes me. And the one thing I know for Daniel that you're gonna experience this, Daniel. With the downsizing, when I did it, when I downsized to a more minimalist lifestyle here in the Philippines, when I downsized, it's just like life just got easier. Life less stress. Less stress. And now I make an effort not to accumulate things. It's like before I buy anything, it's like which I haven't. It's like I really don't buy anything. I always think, do I really need that? And a lot of times the answer is it's no. It's a lot of times the things that we want. My friend Gray always said, is that a want or a need? The need, like I said, if our TV breaks, I know I'll replace it. If my phone or laptop breaks, I know I would replace it. But even this phone, this phone is like an iPhone 10 that I'm doing the live stream. My friend gave me this phone. It was like a hand-me-down because he said, man, I got an extra phone. My daughter, I replaced it with a new iPhone. It's like, you want a phone? I said, hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. And now I'm getting lots of use, with the live stream, taking pictures. I even film with this when I'm like standing, when it's not like a moving video. I film with this camera. And then one thing that for me, just again for me, because I'm only living on my military pension, my social security will not. Oh wow, I got to show you these guys because it's like raining and it's sunny outside at the same time. I got to show you this. This is like so cool, man. This is what I talk about. This phenomenon happens here in the Philippines a lot of times. Look at that, like bright and sunny, and it's raining. Oh, and my neighbor, he was kind enough, the rooster is gone. No more rooster. But look at that. Raining and also sunny at the same time. Again, just quiet in our neighborhood, bright and sunny, and now raining at the same time. At least I don't have to water mom's plants here. They're getting plenty of rain this morning. I just had to quickly show you guys that. That was pretty cool how I was able to catch that raining and sunshine at the same time. That does happen here in the Philippines. I actually use my Blue Yeti to hold my phone. All right. Back on my chair here. And with me, living on my military pension alone, I've been able to save money here. I guess because I'm frugal, I live a minimalist lifestyle. Every single month since I moved here to the Philippines 14 years ago, I have saved money every month. And even now, we even save more money now because, we have extra income now. Not much income from YouTube, but, that it helps. It helps. Like, it helps with pays our mortgage at least, buys groceries, And that's another thing, with like the more minimalist, not wanting, not craving material things, is I'm able to save money. It's like, it's not a problem for me to save money. For me, I rather spend our money not on material things, but on experiences. Like you can tell, like Dazzle and I, we go to Iloilo City. We just came back. We're watching movies. We got a massage. Awesome massage. It's called the Asian Massage. It's right beside District 21 Hotel, near the Hop Inn, near the Fig Tree. Asian Massage. Awesome massage for like $9. $9 for the massage. It's like I did a full leg massage because we did a lot of walking, like thigh, knee, calf, foot massage, and then she even massaged my hands. But you can get a full body massage there for but 1 hour massage. Man, it's really pouring now, man. really pouring outside, and it's still sunny. It's like pouring and it's like sunny. I'm not rich. Anybody knows what the military pension. I'm an E7. You can look it up. You can Google it. E7, 20 years in the military. Our pension is a decent pension, and I'm not complaining. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have like a military pension. But you're not rich with a military pension. Like I said on one of the shorts, I think if you're in the U.S. and you have a military pension, you're still going to be working. There's no way you can live on military pension alone in the U.S. You can here in the Philippines, and I'm proof of that. For the last 14 years, I've lived on my military pension alone here in the Philippines. Like I said, I'm not rich, but I don't have to worry about money. I don't have to live like paycheck to paycheck. And I never did. When the minute I landed in Boracay Island 14 years ago, my first 3 months, I knew that, hey man, I made the right move. Only after 3 months, because like for those 3 months, I saved money every month. And so to me, it was like, man, it's like, to me, it was a win, because like, here I was living in Boracay Island on Front Beach, running on Front Beach every day, enjoying a white beach in Boracay, and every month I'm saving money. So I knew, just right there, I knew I had it made. I knew I could live here. I could live in the Philippines, and it's been a great life. It's been a great life the last 14 years here. I couldn't have asked for a better situation. Even to this day, it was the best move I've ever made in my life. It was a leap of faith, because not supported by my friends and family in the U.S., because I was 45, I had a good job. They were like, why are you giving that up to go to like a developing country like the Philippines? It's like, you don't know what's out there, But to me, it was the best decision for me. Again, it's for me. I'm not saying, follow my lead. But to me, it was like, it just made me happy when I got here, and it was the life I wanted. Before that, I think I've always lived a life that what people wanted for me, my mom, my sister, all the life I was living, I was doing like what I was supposed to do, to be the good son, the good brother, the good uncle. I was doing it for other people. When I moved here 14 years ago, I was doing it for myself, and that's I think that was the one thing that really like made me happy. And then to me, it was like it was freedom from everything. Here I just have total freedom. The minute I got to the Philippines, I could do whatever I want, and ever since then, I have no schedule. I don't let other people pressure me or my time. I value my time, myself, and with my family. I try not to schedule too much. Like, I don't mind the meetups. That's why, like the gentleman said, he'll be here in Numancia. That's a quick meetup, a coffee, right? No worries. But I try, it's like I try to separate YouTube with my family, especially with Dazzle, because I know sometimes YouTube can be overwhelming, for Dazzle. For me, it's not. I'm pretty good at handling, compartmentalizing, separating my life, Dazzle's, and I's life, and then YouTube. I'm just looking at my notes here, make sure I hit all the points. And that's the last thing I want to say. It's like, I just stopped, doing the material things, and I just value the experiences more. The memories, like even our last trip to Iloilo City, just the massage, the awesome massage, watching Jackie Chan together, just Dazzle and I, eating Japanese food, to me, those are what I'm gonna remember the most. Those are what brings me a lot of happiness. Like buying electronic gadgets, a drone, stuff like that, doesn't really bring me a lot of joy anymore. All right, let me go. Wow, it's really pouring now, and it's like I can't even stand outside there because I have a little like shade here that I would be wet if I stand outside. It was pouring now. Morning Ray from Scuba Steve. Good day to Michael's fortune. To my trading. Good day, Daniel. Andy. Gino, what's something you wish more people knew about the Philippines? All right, man. Wish they knew more. That's a tough question. I'm trying to think because most people know a lot about the Philippines because a lot of people do the vlogger. You know, a lot of people watch YouTube. Let me see. Wish knew more about the Philippines. I guess I would say, you know, I'm from Luzon originally. I grew up in Manila. You know, I'm a city boy. Even when I went to the U.S., Los Angeles County, I lived in Los Angeles County. But what I find here in the Philippines, just my opinion, right? You know, you asked me what you wish you knew. The people in the province, they're just like kinder, they're more humble, and they go out of their way for you. Ooh, it's really pouring hard now, man. It's like, let me see if I can show you guys real quick. Better not, because I don't want to lose the connection. Because when it rains here, the connection, the internet also messes up. You know, so for me, the people, the province people, they're just nicer, you know, than the city people. City people, you know, I guess because the pressure of working in the city, chasing the money, you know, it's like most people that work in the city, it's like that's the focus, making money. Everything's about money. In the province, it's a different vibe in the province. In the province, people enjoy like the simple things, you know. Like Dazzle always tells me growing up, you know, the activities that Dazzle was doing when she was a kid growing up here in the province, she's climbing up trees to get mangoes. She's like swimming in the ocean, you know, like on the beach. You know those banca boats? Dazzle used to tell me they like to swim under the banca and go on the other side and pop up on the other side. That's the play thing that they do. In the city, you know, especially now in the city, you just don't have that activity. You know, in the city, most kids are gonna be trapped in like a condominium. They do have playgrounds at the malls now, so at least they have that. But you're just more outdoors, you know. You're just more outdoors in the province. And to me, like I said, I'm from Luzon. I just find the people in Visayas, the Visayas region, I just find them nicer. You know, I just find them nicer. You know, it's like even when I go to Iloilo City, the Ilonggos, the people of Iloilo, man, they're like the nicest people you'll meet. They're like when they talk to you, they're soft spoken. You never hear them like you know, like yelling or scream. You know, like they're just soft spoken people. I just love that. I just love that. So if there's anything, I would say would be just the kinder, more friendly people in the province instead of the cities. Michael C has a channel now. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know. All right, Michael C. Congratulations, brother. Hey, I'm going to promote your channel, brother. I didn't even know that Michael C has a channel now. All right, all right. He should, man. You know, it's like Michael's you know, he's a good speaker. You know, he will do great. He will do great on... Good day, Ray. Good day. Sergeant, hello. FY. All right, Edgar. Fortune FY. I like the FY. Fortune Ibiernes. It's almost like FYI. You know, it's almost like FYI. One letter short. I'm an American. I just met a Filipino woman. You have any tips for me? Ooh, Wes. Ooh, Wes. You just met a Filipino woman. Main thing you gotta learn, brother, would be tampo. The word tampo. I know not all experience tampo with the Filipina, but it's common with the Filipina. Google it. Tampo. Tampo. Filipina has a tendency like when you do something, when you're a guy and you do something that the Filipina's not happy that you did, is they do tampo. They just shut down on you. They just like won't say a word to you, won't do, you know. I know not all experience tampo with their Filipina. I've heard of people that don't experience tampo. They're blessed. They're blessed when they don't experience tampo. But that is common with Filipinas if you've never dated a Filipina. And then another thing I would warn you now, Wes, since you're new at dating a Filipina, if you have any other girlfriends, if you had a friend, female friend, especially if you have another Filipina friend, just a friend, not a dating situation, it's not gonna work with your Filipina. Filipinas are very jealous, and if you're, especially if you're just dating, maybe when you get married, maybe it eases up a little because, but Filipinas, it's not gonna work. If you're dating a Filipina, you gotta be loyal to that Filipina and you gotta be committed to that Filipina. If you start having other Filipina friends with your girlfriend, it's not gonna work. Just my tip, just my experience, just my experience. Maybe others have other suggestions to our friend Wes here, but definitely a new dynamic for you dating a Filipina than dating like a Western style woman. Now, a Filipina in the U.S. is different from a Filipina here in the Philippines. If you're dating the Filipina in the U.S., they're more westernized, you know, accept like the rules in the Western world. But a Filipina here in the Philippines, it's different from a Filipina in the Western world. Hey, Scoob Dog, I like that Scoob Dog. F Money. Dang, I like the nicknames you're giving them, Ray. That's funny. Ammo. All right, Wes. All right, you're Ammo. All right, I was medical, man. I was in the hospital. We were like the spoiled ones in the Air Force, man, because we always like in air conditioned and heated. The ammo, man, that's a tough job, right? Ammo in the Air Force, they're like they load bombs. They load bombs on the big aircraft. They also, the missiles that you see in the jets, these guys, like, they carry that stuff and load it on the plane. I'm sure they have machines to help them, but these guys, you know, you gotta be like, you gotta be strong to be Ammo, man. Dulaka. Thanks, mate. All right, thanks, mate. All right. Fortune, that's good news for Calibo. It is very good news for Calibo that they're flying back. Philippine Airlines at least has international flights back to Calibo. Wes, if she asks you for money, dump her and keep looking at that one. Yeah, well, you know, it's like usually that's a red flag. That's a red flag, Wes. When a Filipina asks you online, especially if it's online and they ask you money, that's usually a red flag. Ryan, Filipino? Yes, I'm Filipino. I'm Filipino-American. I'm dual citizen. Spent half my life in the U.S., half my life here now. Pretty close. I was military, United States Air Force, retired 20 years. But that's why I got a good perspective on like the dynamic between Americans and Filipinos. You know, I think if one thing I can offer to you guys that because I know both cultures. I understand. I've lived half my life American, half my life Filipino. So I understand that dynamic. Good morning, Ginno. Good morning, James and Karen's adventure. My good friend James in Balete, Aklan. Check out their channel, man. James and Karen's adventure. Great channel. I mean, you're gonna love their channel. Just adventurous doing. I just saw a video. They were like at the waterfalls, Batan. They went to the beach. And James is all about adventure. He wants to moto vlog. He wants to hike up the mountains, you know. And then he lives in Balete where he's like homesteading. You know, he's got like pigs. He got chickens. He got ducks. You know, it's like planting. He's like so. If you're looking for that type of content, you know, James got awesome content. Like and subscribe, Fortune. All right. Good morning, Beluce. Good morning, Beluce. My good friend in Wyoming, God's country. Getting cold. I noticed I'm always on Facebook and I'm always like looking forward to like Beluce's posts on Facebook. And I could tell it's getting colder. Today he posted snow. I was like, ooh, snow. And I was like, but it's Wyoming. It's Wyoming. So it does snow in Wyoming. Leanna would love it, man. Leanna would love Wyoming because she's been dreaming of going to a place where there's snow. Yes, they are making AI shorts. I know, James. That was like, to me, that helped me out because like before that, I think Dazzle and we have like less than 10 shorts. We don't really do the shorts because I think you have to do your camera standing up, and we weren't really good at making shorts, So now it's like the AI is producing the shorts, so I don't have to do anything. It's like it's awesome. The goat pen is, wow, man. That is man. That's a lot. 324 square meters. That's not a pen, man. That's like you got a ranch. You're gonna be a goat rancher, man. And we have 5 goats. It's bigger than our. It's bigger. I believe it, man. I believe, man. You're gonna be our goat rancher, man. Ooh, I love goat, man. So when I visit you, Scuba Steve, you might lose a goat. No, I'm just playing. That might be your pet. But I do like goat. I like goat meat. I grew up eating goat in our province of Bulacan when I was growing up. Goat milk, goat cheese. And then the goat itself was a big product. My relatives, when I visit them in Bulacan, they always have that for me because they know I liked it growing up. Good morning, James and Karen from Scuba Steve. I'm going to post my live from yesterday later. I tried balut. I saw that. I saw your picture with a balut and your girlfriend and her friend. I saw the 3 of you with it says live. It's like I did peek. I did watch a little bit of it. So your first time live. All right, for the balut. I tried balut. All right. I know Edgar wants to try balut. I know he's been, I told him, all right, Edgar, we're going to, if you want to try balut, because Mom, Dazzle, Leanna, they all love balut, so not a problem, Edgar. We'll I guess I'll schedule a balut eating session, a balut eating session at Edgar's place. We'll do it at Edgar's place. Good morning, Mike and Charm. All right. Edgar, good day, Daniel. All right. Good morning, Scuba. You are on the right track with those goats. They seem to thrive here. Tastes good too. See, James is like me, man. I love, it has to be cooked right though. For me, they're not all created equal. I have eaten at Carinderia here where, the typical Filipino cooking where it's, calderetang goat. It's like with a tomato-based sauce, usually carrots, usually potatoes, and bell peppers. That's usually the blend. But the one I like, sometimes with Filipino cooking, I don't know why they do it, but sometimes it messes it up for me when they add sugar. It's like I can taste it. For me, tomato base is perfect for me. I like the sourness of tomato. You don't have to add anything to tomato. That's why here at our house, when I cook spaghetti, we have 2 batches of spaghetti here because Dazzle and Leanna and Mom, they like the sweet spaghetti, Filipino style spaghetti. I will eat it, because but I prefer the tomato base, marinara, like the sour tomato taste. So we usually, when we cook sauce, we have 2. I have the tomato base and they have the sometimes I think they even put ketchup. I know Dazzle, she's made sauce before where she, spaghetti sauce with like condensed milk. I was like, man, that's too sweet. But Filipinos love sweet. It's like same thing with the goat when they cook the calderetang goat. Some Filipinos put sugar in it, and that's why when I go to Carinderia, I have specific Carinderias here in Aklan. There's one that I like, Ugsaran restaurant in Makato, Aklan. I like their goat there. I'm eating goat there. Every time I go there, I eat goat because that's where it tastes good for me because it's more tomato based. and I called out James like the ice bucket challenge, but with balut. All right. Don't worry, James. I'm not a fan of balut either. I can't. I don't think I've ever eaten like the embryo, the little duck. I've never. I've eaten the yellow part, like the yellow part, penoy. I think penoy they call it, or the yolk. I've eaten the yolk. The white part is like, man, it's like hard. You know, when you have to like, it's like chewy. You know, like a hard chew on the white. So I've eaten the yolk, but I've never eaten the embryo part. Hello, Ginno and the posse. Edgar, Daniel, Ray, James, and Karen. All right. Hey, JP. JP's in the house. JP is in the house. Work hard and play harder. LOL. Yeah, that's the thing. I know in the US, that's kind of how I live, you know. And I think that was just the mentality in the US because like maybe even during the military, you know, that was a little bit I had that because like in the military, I remember Friday afternoon, usually right after Friday, you get off work Friday afternoon, everybody heads to the club. You know, the Airmen's Club, NCO Club, Senior NCO Club, and drink a few beer. It changed a little bit towards the end of my career because people were getting in trouble with DWI. They don't want you drinking. So it got, you know, the clubs kind of dropped in the military because you can have one beer at the club and then a police might be stopping you, you know. So that kind of stopped that a little bit, but it was always like, you know, you're working, you're making money, you're always planning trips. Like my bros in the US, we were always planning trips to Vegas, to Cancun, you know, and when we get there, we're just like partying hard, you know, like you said, you know, it's like work hard but play harder. Thriving. I left Subic June 15, 1991. Oh, wow. I didn't realize we were like in the same, you know, we were both part of the evacuation there, Michael. Our submarine was departing that morning. I watched the eruption while I was at Clark, Michael. They evacuated us to Subic. And when I landed at Subic, I was single at the time. When I landed in Subic, they put me at QB Point. At the Marine barracks, those Kwanzaa, those odd-looking things. And I got there, you know, they had like bunk beds, mattresses on the floor. There was just a lot of this there. And then when I got there, I remember it was like, I think Friday is the evacuation, but that Wednesday was the big eruption. I was inside Subic during the, it turned dark, completely dark during 12 noon. It completely dark. It was raining. There was like a typhoon, I think. It was like it looked like the end of days. You know, it felt like it anyway. And then we were hearing like buildings, the roof of the gym collapsed. We were hearing that on the radio. They had radio at QB Point. And then for the next 30 days, I stayed at Subic and I was helping because I was single. I was, you know, military. So they just tasked us. Made us do all kinds of tasks at Subic, you know, like a lot of cars that people brought to Subic got buried in the ash. We were digging cars out of, you know, busy. I mean, I worked for like the next 30 days before I evacuated because they made the guys that were single work at Subic, which was fine. You know, it was like a good experience. You just wanted to help out. Ray, no balut, no way. James says no way. You're not alone, James. You know, I'm not a fan of balut. Dazzle, Leanne, and Mom, they can eat all the balut for you know. I'll buy them balut. You know, they can eat 3-4 balut at the time, but not me. I'm not a fan. Ray, I don't like ice water anymore. I will try a duck aged. That was not aged. A duck aged. That wasn't aged. Yeah. Me at cold water doesn't bother me, JP. Like I've never had hot water in our house. You know, it's like I was a surfer back in my high school days, so cold water doesn't bother me at all. Edgar, JP, good day. All right, Fortune, JP. Hey, Fortune, I am all set for your wisdom. I should be taking notes. I know, man. Fortune, he's a great source for us. Fortune knows a lot of things. Same thing with Michael White. He's like very knowledgeable about different things here in the Philippines, and I'm glad they're sharing it. To me, that's what all should be all about. Like my channel, the channel that I just want to share my knowledge. I'm not a know-it-all. It's like I'm learning as I go, but just for my experience, if you ask me a question, I'll give you my honest answer. It might not be always good. Might be something you don't want to hear, but I'll tell it like it is. Good day, James, Karen, Belus. My last 5 years, mine, Morenci, Arizona. Oh, all right, north of Tucson. My coworker, Belus, her husband worked in the mines, like I think for 20 years in San Manuel. I remember it because I worked with Annie for like 7 years. We were in the same office together. She was a nurse, and her husband. He was working in the mines, and then Annie convinced him to like study, go to school, and he did. He went to a radiology school, so he became a radiology tech. So instead of working in the mines, he ended up doing X-rays. Hello, Scuba. Is the goat house completed yet? I think it's still on the works. Ooh, it's raining hard again here. I'll have to like shut the window here because you might not be able to hear me well. Yeah, better for the sound because it started downpouring now. It's like a torrential rain now, man. And usually I'm hoping the live stream keeps going because usually when it rains here, the internet goes out too. I currently have a pair of cargo shorts. Are they cool enough, or do I need to get board shorts? I do not know what those are. All right, when I say board shorts, they're kind of like the material for like to go swimming. They're like they dry easy. They're like that's what I mostly wear. Usually they got flowers and stuff. Board shorts are like, for me, I call them board shorts because that's what you wear when you're surfing. It's like it dries quick. And then for me, I wear them if it gets wet in the ocean. Like when I was living in Boracay, you just wear another dry short, and then the wet one you just hang. Next thing you know, it's dry. Then you can wear it again. You can wear it again. But cargo shorts should be okay. I think I had one pair of cargo shorts. I don't even know where that cargo short is now. They're kind of heavy for me. It's like, but they should be okay, JP. The board shorts are just light, and then a lot of times they don't get wet as easy. Like if it's raining, and it dries faster. It dries faster here. I prefer them. They're more comfortable. The Scuba Steve says cargo shorts rock. I like the cargo. I had one pair. I don't know. I don't even own. I have it anymore. I brought it. It was an Old Navy cargo short. I like it because it had a lot of pockets. I know that. It had a lot of pockets. My favorite outfit here is tack-like cargo shorts and Hanes t-shirts. Sometimes just swim tracks. Yeah. And I see that with James. I see he likes to have all those pockets on the pants and on the shorts. Belus, I used to prospect Winterhead, Yuma area. All right. I'm familiar with that area, actually, Michael White, because I lived in Arizona for 7 years, and I researched before the van life thing, and I know Winter Haven, the Yuma area, there's like a BLM land. I did research a lot of that, even before I was thinking about moving to the Philippines. If I hadn't moved to the Philippines, I would have done that. I probably would have done the van life, done the BLM lifestyle. Good morning, Sir Ginno. Jolo, my good friend in Angeles, Pampanga. Thank you for joining the live stream. I am thinking a dozen t-shirts. Yeah, t-shirts are easy. T-shirts are easy. The thing I'll warn you though, JP, like here in Numancia, maybe even Calibo, stay away from white shirts because it's hard to maintain the white, to keep them white. Because unfortunately, the tap water sometimes has color. Sometimes it goes brown on you. Sometimes when you wash your clothes, if you have white t-shirt, like white Hanes, it's hard to keep them white. I don't own any white t-shirt. I don't buy, Dazzle doesn't get me any white t-shirts. It's always t-shirt with just a recommendation. You'll see it. That's why we get drinking water. They purify the drinking water is what we drink. We don't drink water out of the tap. JP t-shirts are best. And shorts with flip-flops. See, that's my outfit. I'm like board shorts, t-shirts, and flip-flops. That's mostly what I wear here. James said, I can relate, Ginno. My grandparents that went through the Great Depression taught me those values. Yeah, so to me, I've always, I'm not I've been called koripot. I'm sure, James, you know the word koripot. I've been called koripot. Koripot is like frugal, stingy, it's like always worried about cost. I've been called koripot, and I'm not ashamed if you call me koripot, because I know I'm not koripot when it comes to like food, when it comes to like experiences, like if I have to go on a trip on a boat to like an island, that, like I said, the adventures, I don't have trouble spending money, but I am frugal with like stuff that I would buy, like for myself especially. I don't mind like Leanna buying stuff, Dazzle buying stuff. It's like I buy them. I let them. But for me, just for me, I'm not attached to material stuff anymore. Love the rain. Yes, yeah, it's nice. Cools it off. It's like a lot cooler when it rains. JP, you can get clothes from Amazon delivered to La Casa. That's right. Thanks for the tip there, Edgar. Pradeep said hi. All right. Oh, sweet Edgar, I will do that. I am actually thinking of mailing fishing gear to La Casa as I leave. All right. You can do that because I can get you the address for La Casa. Just mail it to the manager, Nathan. It's like if you're coming, he knows you're coming. He'll keep it. He'll keep the packages for you, even before you get there. I'm friends with Nathan, the manager, the owner, Filipina. So they go above and beyond. They go above and beyond for me and for expats moving there. They know you guys are good renters, good people. So and that's why I like that dynamic. That's why I keep pushing people to go there, because they're good people. They'll work with you. I do not have to worry about, most renters here, JP, they're gonna ask you for like 1 month deposit, sometimes 2 month deposit, security deposit. No deposit at La Casa Española, because they know me. I'm recommending you guys when you come there. So the owner, Filipina, Nathan, they know you guys are gonna jump ship. And then to me, it's the real month to month. You pay. You guys can ask Edgar. You don't even have to pay ahead. They'll, like Edgar. I think Edgar got here September 18th. They don't even ask for money when he didn't have a security deposit. He didn't have to pay off it. They prorated it at the end of the month, the 1st of October. They charged him for 18 September to 1 October. You're not gonna find that. It's hard to find that here in the Philippines. Most renters here in the Philippines, they want security deposit. They want blank checks. They want, So to me, it's like that's why I like referring you guys there, because I know you're gonna get treated well, and the people are so nice. The staff at La Casa Española, they're very nice. Sri Lanka, good morning. Names, Pradeep. All right. JP, send balikbayan box here filled with things you think you will use. Yes, that's good advice. Good advice. If you want to do that, JP, I can ask Nathan, the manager at La Casa, to use their address so you can just mail it to La Casa. Usually it takes 2 to 3 months to get here, so you can kind of time it if you want to send a balikbayan box. I know Nathan, he would not have a problem with that. We found a new fishing hole, Batan, yesterday. Oh, all right. All right, James. Dazzle, man. If you say a fishing hole, she's there. She's there. She's ready to try that. I have not figured out where to send the balikbayan box from where I live, way outside. No. Oh, okay. All right. When you get that figured out, though, JP, let me know because I can get you the address of La Casa Española, and then we'll just send it to Nathan. Nathan is the manager. We'll use his name, send the balikbayan box to him. Hello, good morning, Mom Janet. All right, belated happy birthday. I remember greeting you happy birthday the day before your birthday, but belated. Hopefully it was a good birthday celebration, Mom Janet. Contact Manila Forwarder. They can send a truck to pick up your box. Oh, nice. James, you are my new hero. I spent this morning looking at Google Maps on Panay Island for clear river water that might make a good fishing. All right. We will find them. Between me, JP, and then James, we'll find your fishing holes here, JP. Hey, just about that time. All right. He's getting there. Doctor, what's up, my Filipino brother from another? Hey, what's up? I think you're the one with the house in New Washington, right? I'll have to connect. I remember meeting your architect, your builder. I'll have to connect with him. Maybe shoot me his information like on WhatsApp. That way I can film your house in New Washington. I'm back from Iloilo City, so I should be able to do that this week or next week. Good morning, Rance. Good morning. Having a better weather today compared to last week. All right, good to hear. Here earlier, the sun was bright. It started raining. Now the sun is gone. Now it's like cloudy and it's like pouring rain outside now here in Numancia. I am still a couple of months out. I cleaned out my closet this morning and got all excited. All right, JP. You should be, brother. You should be excited, JP. And I'm excited for you. I know there's I know when it's that, you make that big leap, it's both like excitement and kind of like a little nervousness because you don't know what's ahead. But you got us here, it's like me, Edgar's here, there's the Panay Posse. We'll make sure that you feel welcome once you get to here in Calibo, Aklan. Renz, agree, slow down and relax. All right, JP, good luck finding any good rivers to fish on. Better to learn ocean fishing like I do. Thriving Mike, all right. Hello, all right. Just uploading one video a day on YouTube is fine. Yes, I'm doing like every other day. The shorts are nice now because I don't have to create the shorts. Like this live stream right here, once we're done with the live stream, YouTube will create a short from this live stream. So it like helps me out a lot. You got a nice and memorable, yes, and every time Dazzle and I go to Iloilo City, same thing every time we go to Rojas City. We just have fun because it's a different thing for us, Here in Aklan, we don't have like the Robinsons Mall, we don't have the SM Mall, we don't have a movie theater. So that alone, when we go to Rojas City or when we go to Iloilo City, that's like makes it special for us. There's a lot of food that we eat like the Boteju Japanese restaurant, our favorite Japanese. We don't have a Japanese restaurant in Kalibo. We had one, I think it was like Minori Japanese, it closed. You know, we had one Thai food before in Kalibo, that closed. You know, the foreign food in Kalibo just do not do well. You know, like the Thai didn't make it, the Japanese. Now there's a Chinese food, my favorite in Kalibo. I'm hoping they make it. I'm hoping, but usually like in Kalibo, it's just the typical Filipino restaurants and cafes now. Filipinos are big on cafes now, drinking iced coffee, latte, and then hot coffee. A lot of nice cafes opening up in Kalibo now. Hi Janet, praying for you, swift recovery and better health. Yes, yes, we're always rooting for you, Mom Janet. Hopefully, I know you know health is one of those things. Like me, I'm getting to the point now where I'm almost back. I'm almost back to before I got diagnosed with cancer. So now, I think this coming summer, 2026. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna do things that I haven't been able to do the last 2.5 years. It is fine weather here in the. Oh, nice, nice. At least good. You have good weather in the Metro Manila. Hello, hello, Rinshan. Flying the drone and watching the videos afterwards. Ginno is why I do it. It's my. I know, man. And James. Yeah. You're just like an expert. I mean, like I'm like watching James when he flies the drone, and you can tell he's just like has done it so long. He's like a pro. I was like, James kept handing me his drone, like Ginno, try it. I was like, no, man, I've never flown a drone before. I don't know what's going to crash your drone, man. That would be me, you know, spend money on a drone and fly it and crash it, you know. So that's why I'm cool, you know. I'm cool, you know. It's like. I'll let the drone flying to the experts. And James, man, he is really good at flying the drone. I am bringing 4 fishing poles. There is a fishing tackle store in Iloilo I want to check out called Angler's Haven. All right. You'll see it, I think, the next video, I filmed all the anglers, all the people fishing on Iloilo River, JP. I counted at least a dozen of them. And they were all like, you know, doing that rod and reel. And I asked them what bait they're using. Artificial. They were all, nobody was bringing like fresh bait. Everybody was using artificial bait, and they were catching. They were catching tilapia, and there was another fish that were catching. It didn't look like bangus, but they were catching a lot of fish. There was even a couple of guys that were on top of the bridge and fishing from the bridge. I was like, man, that's like a long way down there, you know. But lots of fishermen in hobby fishermen in Iloilo River. But we'll check that out. You know, I'll take you to Iloilo, man, JP. If you want to go to Iloilo City, I'll take you there. We'll drive there. I go there, you know, every 2 months anyway. We'll make it a trip. Check out that Angler's Haven. Rents. Hello, thriving Philippine expat. All right, good day, Mom Janet. I think small town people are nicer everywhere. In the little town I live by, everyone holds the door. I think so too. I think that's why I fell in love with Aklan province. I'm not from here. I'm not, you know, like when I came to Aklan province, it was because of Boracay Island. You know, I spent my first 18 months in Boracay Island. And then after that, I moved to the mainland. I moved to Kalibo for 4 years. I went to college in Kalibo. But I just find people nicer here. You know, it's like, I can't say that when, you know, growing up in Manila, I just didn't have the same experience growing up in Manila. In the Metro Manila, when I grew up there, you're always like, you know, covering your backpack, your wallet. You're like, you know, we didn't have cell phones back then, but you don't wear watches. You don't wear any necklace, anything, because it gets snatched from you. I just didn't feel, it's just a different feel. That's why even now I rarely go to Manila, and I have relatives. I have relatives in Manila. It's like, but when I go to Luzon, I visit my relatives in the province in Bulacan, because to me they're more my people now. It's like I'm more provincial now. I enjoy like the provincial. I like I like seeing the carabaos. I like seeing pigs. I like seeing, and I didn't grow up like that. I grew up most of my life. I grew up in the city, but I don't enjoy the city. I guess because that's part of it too, like the materialism. Because like most of the people that I meet, like in Metro Manila, some of them are relatives. It's all about like the material, it's a different vibe. It's a different vibe. It's just everything has to be like in a fancy restaurant. Everything has to be about the nice cars, the nice houses, and it's different dynamic. Here in the province, it's like it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal as far as like what car you drive, how big is your house. People here just live their own lives. It's not, there's no that keeping up with the Joneses. You see that more when you're in the city. This just my view. Just my viewpoint when I see things. My observation. The people in the provinces, to me, they're just nicer, and that's why this is my landing place. This is like my forever home now is Aklan Province. I'm back, Fortune. Hey, how are you? All right, it's getting close. Yes, I have not picked the exact date yet. I am excited. Edgar is there, leading the way. Like Columbus, I know, like Columbus, and he's from Ohio, yeah. Columbus. I don't think he's from Columbus, Ohio. But I always associate Columbus, Ohio, for some reason. Also, Pinays in the big city like Manila, Cebu are different from provincial Pinays, like in Panay. Pinays in Panay are simple, loving, and will take care of you. Yeah, that's the thing. Fortune will tell you this. He knows, it's like, more the Filipinas in the city, metro, and nothing wrong with it. They're career driven, a lot more career driven. If they're in Cebu City or Manila, they're concerned about their careers, concerned about making money. The women, mostly the women you'll meet in the province, they want to meet the man, and the man will take care of them. They'll be the housewife. That's kind of like the common dynamic. Old-fashioned values in the province. To see Mike's note, contact Manila Forwarder. They send a truck. All right. Hey, my good friend Ruben, what's up? Aloha. Kakahiyaka. All right. Mayad nga agahon. All right. Ruben has been in Kalibo now. I think he's part of the Panay Posse. He's been in Kalibo now since January. So this is going 10 months. 10 months. He doesn't live at La Casa Española. I found Ruben a studio apartment. My old professor in college here. He has studio apartments for rent, and Ruben rented one of those apartments. Good to see you, brother. Yes, Janet, I bookmarked. All right, cool, JP. See, I'm glad, thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael White, for that information. That helps out JP a lot. That's what it's all about, sharing information. Let's help people easier transition here to the Philippines when they're coming. Happy for your journey. It is exciting. It takes courage to uproot. Yes, right? I always say that, Mom Janet. It takes an adventurer to give up your life in the US for so many years, for a lot of Americans, most of their life in America, to just uproot yourself, go to a foreign land, thousands of miles away. But most of us and most of the expats, most of the Americans that I meet here, they've found a better life here. Unfortunately, that seems to be the case. Not trying to say bad things about America. I'm always blessed that America gave me a chance, gave me a good life. I have a military pension. I'll always be grateful. I will defend America if I have to again. You know, it's like I have love for America. Unfortunately, what I see in America now, when you get older, you kind of get pushed away when you get older in America. You know, it's like you're not as a valued citizen anymore as you grow older in America. And then a lot of times, unfortunately, the money, the money situation, the Social Security, they say that should have been just a supplement to your retirement. I understand that dynamic, but a lot of times, if Social Security is your only money in America, it's hard to make it on Social Security. That's why more and more people are coming to the Philippines. More and more people are moving to Mexico, Panama, Colombia, Thailand, Vietnam, because it's no longer affordable for retirees to retire in the United States, the ones that are only collecting Social Security. A significant day today. Can you say, all right, congratulations, Ruben. All right, Ruben finally, he finally got his Honda Click. Ruben, since he got here, he's been telling me, man, I think I'm going to get the Honda Click. He's been like saying that. He's been saying he's been wanting to get the Honda Click. So congratulations, my brother. You now have the Honda Click to drive around in Calibo. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear, Ruben. Hello, everyone. All right. Are you from the Philippines? Yes, I'm from the Philippines. I've been retired here now in Aklan province for 14 years. Retired here in the Philippines when I was 45. I have a military pension from the United States Air Force. I'm 59 now, be 60 here another year, less than a year, I'll be 60. Here in the Philippines, 60 here is considered a senior citizen. Because I'm a Filipino citizen, I'm also an American citizen, dual citizenship. I get my senior card next year. And that comes with a discount. It gives you 20% discount on a lot of things here in the Philippines. Hey, Vaughn. All right, Vaughn. Thanks for making the live stream, Vaughn. Hello, everyone. All right. All right. Thank you, Mom Janet, for stopping by. And please take care. Take care. We'll be praying for good health. Hopefully, everything goes well from now on. Thank you, Mom Janet. Travel and vlog is also fun. Yes. It's always fun. And that's the thing here in the Philippines. Even just Panay Island, our island here. We got 4 provinces in Panay Island. Aklan, our province here, Antique, Capiz, and Iloilo. Just those 4 provinces, there's so much to see. I mean, there's so much to travel. You don't even need a car because you can travel here easily by bus. Fortune, good day, Bon. We might be sharing the same clouds. Seems like it's raining hard here today. I know, man. I had to shut my windows and close the door because it's torrential rain here now. Numancia, yes, Numancia, Aklan Province. Ginno, wishing you. All right, thank you, Mom Janet. God bless, Mom Janet. Thank you so much. Maybe you can feature the oldest bakery in Iloilo City next. Is that the Bizcocho House? Is that the Bizcocho House? I'll Google it. If I've highlighted the Bizcocho House, that bakery in Haro, the original Bizcocho House. I have done a video on that. If that's what you're talking about, Renz. Hello, Fortune, Viernes. Board short dries quickly. That is why a lot of people prefer wearing them here. Yes, right? To me, it's if you get rained on, you can still wear it because it's kind of like wearing swimming trunks. And next thing you know, the board shorts are dry. Frisbee great friend Filipino met at Morenci. We ship on too late Atlas shipping. Crazy small. I know, right? I know, man. it is amazing how the world is really small because like my neighbor at the end of my street here, Mom Edna was Fortune's classmate in high school. I mean, they were going to school in Manila, you know, and now she's my neighbor here in Aklan province. I mean, how small a world is that, you know, to like, you know, for that connection. Ex-Navy USA. All right. Good morning, brother Michael Malastas, Northern California. All right, Northern California. I was just talking to Vincent, my good brother Vincent in Northern California. He's gonna be back here again soon. He said 4 months he'll be back in Panay Island again. Pale colored shirt is good. There are some cheap water filter available in Shopee or Lazada. Yeah, I've heard of that, those water filter, but I'm cool, man. I just don't drink the water. I just don't drink the tap water. We get like the filtered water. Edgar, have you received Amazon orders at La Casa yet? JP, I just received an order on Amazon. I just ordered this a friend of ours. I get, you know, it's like one of our viewers. He wanted to send Edgar a package. This package is actually for Edgar, and it came to my house. He sent it to me, and later on I'll bring it to Edgar. But you can receive Amazon packages at La Casa because we can use the address of La Casa Española. We can even address it to Nathan. You know, Nathan, you know, he'll know. He's trustworthy. That's the thing. The people that work there, I trust them. You know, Nathan, Filipina, I trust them. They're good people. Not always the case, right? You know, it's like it's hard to meet people that are like that. Go above and beyond. You can ask Edgar, JP. The people there are. I mean, Edgar's got people coming to his house. It's like Edgar was saying, VIP service for Edgar. You can put them in your faucet to lessen the cost of water bill. I've seen those, but I just don't trust the filters enough, friends. You know, it's like, you know, it's cheap enough to get the drinking water. That's my main concern. It's like the drinking water. If the water's a little brown, you know, it's not. I've swam in like murky water before, and it's not. You know, Dazzle, I know when Dazzle washes her hair, because Dazzle's got long hair, she uses the drinking water to wash her hair, because if she uses tap water, Dazzle's hair gets like dry and frizzy, you know, so. Like I said, man, I'm like, I just don't like, I like buying things, and I know the filter, you gotta replace the filter all the time, and to me, we use that, you know, basically we use it for washing dishes, shower, and laundry, and we've been doing it for like the 9 years we've lived in this house, so it's not a big thing. We just don't buy white shirts. We just don't buy white shirts. You can add 2-3 large carrots to your pasta sauce to make it sweeter. Yeah, I just don't like a sweet pasta. I like my pasta sauce like a little sour and that strong tomato taste. Instead of buying filtered water, I agree. Where is that apartment? La Casa Española. It's in Calibo. It's in Calibo, Aklan. Right beside Aklan State University. That's why it's in a great location, because right across the college, Aklan State University, Calibo, there's a 7-Eleven at the end of the street, lots of restaurants, lots of carinderias, because, you know, for students. So it's not a problem to get like cooked food in that area. That's the one, the Berkeley waterfill. Thank you for mentioning that. I couldn't remember what the name is, the Berkeley. I knew about that water filtration system for drinking because when I was researching van life at one time, that was the one I was planning on buying. They're not cheap here. They're not cheap here in the Philippines. I know that, but I might consider it just because that way you know the Berkeley water filter system. You'll have to talk, you know, if you have to, I'll talk to you about that then, Daniel, to see if you like it or the pros and cons. Maybe we can stay there. Oh, sure, Renz. Contact me if you want to stay. It's an Airbnb also. You can few days, a week, if you want to rent it month to month. Very good people. Nice facility. Nicest facility in Calibo. Not, you know, I haven't even seen a facility, apartment complex that's comparable to it. You can track Balikbayan Box on LBC. Just yes. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for that. Ruben was like, Ruben has shipped like 2 Balikbayan Box to my house, and he was tracking it. He was tracking it before. Do you need a fishing license there? Zero fishing license in the Philippines. You're not. Maybe for Michael, I don't know, with like the commercial fishing, you know, because they have to like lay out nets. I don't know in Masbate. But if you're a hobby fisherman, if you got a rod and reel, you can pretty much fish anywhere in the Philippines. No license required. You just have to be careful to fish at like private property. You know, there are fish ponds here that are private property. Somebody might say something to you if you're fishing in a private property, but usually you'll know that they're private property because, you know, it looks like a fish pond, and usually there's a hut, somebody watching it. But no fishing license. It's not like in the U.S. where they track like, you got to get a permit fishing. You know, like catch and release in the U.S. Like a certain length you can fish. Man, you can fish any fish here. If you catch it, it's yours. You know, it's like there is no size limit to fish that you catch here. Check into the Berkeley filters. Yes, yeah. I have before, Daniel, with the Berkeley filters, because I was thinking doing the van life back in the day when I was still in the U.S. Those live shorts are pretty convenient. It is, Vaughn. They're awesome because I don't have to do nothing. All I have to do is like after this video, it'll come to me. It's like here's a short that they made for me, the AI made for me, and I just gotta put a title to it. So I just watch it, and then I just come up with a title, and then that's a video, man. I was like, man, these things are cool. JP, Mike, I have a ton of piers, jetties, and such marked to check out. Oh, nice, JP, nice. I don't mind just going to somewhere peaceful and getting no bites. It's all about, yes. You will find many places like that here, JP. Even at the Iloilo River, I was mentioning, you'll see it on the vlog. I was walking my morning walk. You know, I'm hearing all this noise. It's like not even 6 a.m. And when you're walking in the city, you know, you're hearing jeepney buzz, you know, horns. You're hearing loud motorbikes, you know, so early on my walk, you know. Sometimes I have to pause, you know, like from talking because I know it'll be hard to hear me on the vlog. But once I got to like Iloilo River, that under the bridge, it just got peaceful. And you just see all the fishermen, that's what they're enjoying. They're just enjoying, like, I was filming it, the sunrise, the water, the fishermen. It just got quiet, you know, they found a little pocket of peacefulness in the mid of all the chaos of the city. They found that peace and quiet. And that won't be a problem here, JP. Aklan province is so widespread, you're gonna find your fishing spot here. Like you said, you might not catch a lot of fish, but you're gonna enjoy your time with nature. Even here in Numancia, I can take you like the beach here in Numancia is only like less than 10 minutes from my house, Navitas Beach. I can take you there anytime, and you'll see it's just so peaceful there. Ria, my good friend in Tennessee. All right. Ginno, I used to fly a drone in my vlogs. It's fun, but the moment I crashed it, it was traumatic. I know, right? You know, that's why James, you know, we were like in Malumpati River, and James was like, "Here you go, Ginno, fly it. I don't mind if you crash it." I'm like, "No, no, no, I don't want to fly it, man." You know, that would be traumatic for me to like, especially if it's somebody else's drone and you crash it. You know, I'd be like, I would feel so bad. La Casa en Calibo, the best there is. It is. It is, Fortune. It really is. And good people, amazing people. That makes and then the facility, they're adding a whole new building. And the next time I'm there, I'll film the new building. So it's gonna be like one, two. The new building's gonna be, I think, the fourth building. Good morning, Ginno. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Joe. If just casual fishing, no. If commercial, you need to register. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's why I was going to refer to Michael, because Michael's the one that does commercial fishing on his boats in Masbate. So he knows, you know, I'm sure they got rules. But for hobby fisher, you know, hobby fishing, no license. Man, I hate Manila. My cell phone was snatched from me by two men riding their motorcycle. I know, Ria. That's why, like me, I was born and raised there, Ria. And I got family, I got relatives in Manila. You know, I don't visit them. They visit me, you know, because when they go to Boracay, hey, uncle, hey, you know, we're in Boracay, you know, so I would visit them. I'd rather see them in Boracay, but, you know, if I don't see Manila ever, it wouldn't hurt my feelings. You know, it's like the only time I've really gone to Manila is at the embassy and at the VA when we had our COVID shots. But besides that, I don't have any reason to go to Manila. You know, I'm not, you know, it's like people always say, oh, you got to check out BGC. I'm like, not a big thing to me. You know, it's like I've lived that lifestyle. You know, it's like I lived in Los Angeles. You know, it's like, to me, the city doesn't attract me anymore. I like the peacefulness of the province. I like that people are simple. You know, it's like I can go get my pandesal in the morning, and the people in line with me, I'm like talking, the guy giving me pandesal, hey kuya, hey, what's up? You know, I like that. You know, I like the communication. I can go to 7-Eleven, the people working, they know me now, they know Leanna. It's small town. I like the small town feel. Gotta run. Take care. All right, Michael White. Thank you for joining. Enjoyed. All right, I'm glad you enjoyed the chat. Thank you so much. Bye, Michael. We'll do Magic Mike. The bond. Good morning, Mr. Chairforce and Panay peeps. All right. Vegasville. Good morning, Vegasville. Good AM, Ginno. Have a great day. All right. Hoof. What do you think about the current situation, politics, and U.S. base in China? Ooh, that's a lot of topics there, man. You're like you're all in one in the question. Current situation, politics. I don't involve myself with politics. To me, it's a waste of time. You know, it's like not just Philippine politics, but U.S. politics. Politics is politics. It doesn't affect my day-to-day life. And if anything, politics kind of ruins a lot of people's relationship with other people. So no politics in our channel. U.S. base, there is no U.S. base in the Philippines. They're all Filipino bases here that Americans are allowed to use the base. But the U.S. bases left the Philippines back in 1992. Ever since, it's a joint agreement with the Americans and the Filipinos. They can come here. Americans are spending money on these Filipino-owned bases, flight line, dormitories. They're putting millions of dollars on these Filipino bases because, you know, Americans are using it. You know, when American military is using it, they want it to be like American standard. You know, they want the flight line to be American standard. You're landing like a $1 million aircraft on runways, so it has to meet American standards. And China typhoon, China, you know, it's like China don't worry me, you know, because with all the allies, you got Japan, you got South Korea, America, Australia, you know, all these allies here. There's enough defense here, enough deterrent here in the Philippines that China has to go to Taiwan first, and even that, they are scared of making that move to like take over Taiwan because that could end China. That could end them. That could be a disaster move for China if they ever invade Taiwan. Typhoon. Typhoon is just a normal occurrence here in the Philippines. We get 18 to 20 typhoons. Feels like we got one now, but we don't. It's just rain right now. It's just a way of life here. It's like here in Western Visayas, we're a little lucky when it comes to typhoon. We don't really get hit with many typhoons here in Western. Most of your typhoons in the Philippines, they enter to Eastern Visayas, Samar, Leyte, Central Luzon, like Bicol region, and then Northern Luzon. That's where a lot of typhoons hit. So if you're thinking of avoiding typhoons, you might not want to live in Northern Luzon, like Cagayan area, Ilocos area. Try to avoid that area. Vaughn, he is Mr. Master Sergeant Chair Force. Mr. Master, all right. Of the Panay Pasig co-convener, all right. Fortune. Panaderia de Molo is the oldest. 1872. Ooh, wow. I don't think I haven't been. I haven't been to that one, Fortune. I'll have to look that up. Broas. The one I went was like the Bizcocho House, because Bizcocho House is popular. It's become a franchise. We have a Bizcocho House here in Calibo. In Malay, there's a Bizcocho. That's why I went through the one in Haro, Iloilo. Looks like they have the same products that they sell at this. I haven't heard that one, Panaderia de Molo. Must be just a specific bakery in Molo district, the Molo district of Iloilo City. I'll have to check it out. The next time. Big round can. All right. Really big. Oh, all right. I've seen like biscuits and stuff like in giant like tubs, like big tubs of baked items. Mr. Master Sergeant Panaha. Pounder is good. All right. That's a long title, man. Hey, Peanut Butter Travels. All right, Peanut Butter Travels. All right. Thank you for making the live stream. Hi, did you know that becoming... Yes. Fortune actually was the one that told me that Kulas. He was here also during Atiatihan, January 2025. I didn't get to meet him. He's a busy person. Everybody wants to meet Kulas. I know my friend Joel got a picture taken with him. He's busy, man. He's a big time YouTuber. I'm a lowly nothing. Man. Nobody drinks tap water in the Philippines, right? It looks like that's dangerous to drink tap water here. Everything's like filtered water here or bottled water. Everybody drinks water. Right on, Mr. GP. Phil, I messaged Ginno that Yes, he did. Fortune messaged me. But if I run into him, I'll get a picture taken, but not a big thing, It's like I said, he's a big time YouTuber, It's like he ain't got time for a lowly YouTuber like me. He will be here for almost a week. He is already a guest at the LGO and some Calibo peeps. And all right. His wife Tareen owns and runs Lika Native Ham. I've seen that. I've seen some of his videos. I know his wife has a business. Oh, I didn't know they have really here in Aklan. They're famous here for piña. Piña is pineapple. They use the pineapple fibers to make textile materials for like dresses and the barong Tagalog. Like barong Tagalog is the Filipino formal shirt, like you wear it at weddings, you wear it, a lot of politicians wear it. And Aklan is known for using pineapple fibers on the material. Not cheap because a lot of work goes into like making pineapple fibers into a textile material. That video just popped up on my feed, Fortune. I would have to watch it later. All right, all right. I have followed him for many years. He was natural. Yes, yes. I followed, I followed a lot of vloggers, but a lot of times I don't have enough time to follow everybody. But I subscribe to his channel, so it goes to my feed sometimes. Pretty much all the popular YouTubers, Colas, Filipina P, Michael, That Philippines Life, even Sunshine Shoulders, even Mike's Philippine Retirement, even I subscribe to their channels because they got good content. Gives me ideas sometimes. Yeah, he's the only Canadian that I know, or only foreigner that I know in the Philippines that was granted Filipino citizenship. Colas is a Filipino citizenship. It took an act of Congress to make him a Filipino citizen, but there's just no path. Like if you're a foreigner, this topic got brought up one time. There is no path for a foreigner to become a Filipino citizen that I know of. You almost have to give up your citizenship in your country to become a Filipino citizen. So they do not, it's not like in the U.S. I am a dual citizen because I'm an American citizen first, and then they allowed me to become a Filipino citizen. There's not a dynamic like that. If you're like an American and you want to become a Filipino citizen, you would have to give up your American citizenship. So that's why you don't see like Americans, and why would you, like to switch to become a Filipino? But Colas is the only one I know because it took an act of Congress, literally. It took an act of, there's a Republic Act that made Colas a Filipino citizen. Ria, that's called riding in tandem. Yeah, right. I hear that all the time. Terrible riding in tandem. It's awesome that Colas is doing more with his wife. He needs to do more, couple things, than him running around the Philippines. Beluz, be safe. All right, God bless, Beluz. Thank you for joining the live stream, Beluz. It's really pouring hard now, so hopefully my internet stays good here, because usually when it rains hard, we lose the internet. Bruce, all right, Bruce, no politics, awesome. I'm trying to get away from politics and division. See you soon. All right, Bruce. Right? To me, it's like, man, I'm in the fourth quarter of my life. I'll be 60 next year. I just want to enjoy the rest of my life. Politics is the last thing that I would let ruin my enjoyment and retirement. Mr. Sam, would you ever visit here again in the U.S. or date? I would want to take Dazzle on a visit. If she can get a tourist visa, I wouldn't mind once I get my Social Security, less than 3 years now, when I collect my Social Security, we would have more money. I can afford the plane ticket. We even thought about maybe doing a van life, because I've always wanted to do van life in the U.S. Maybe for a month or two, take Dazzle, whatever tourist visa she can get, do the van life for that time in the U.S. and then come back. I have relatives and many friends in Nevada, Arizona, California, Texas, New Mexico that I want to see. That I want to see again. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'm pretty content. My life here, I could not ask for a better life here in Aklan Province. This is my forever home. We're happy here. Dazzle and I are happy here. Leanna, Mom, we're a family here. I got a good family here, so. Good day, Peanut Butter Travels. All right, I got to the bottom. All right. I like your tight-knit channel. It's more quality where you could interact. I know, that's why people always tell me, let's get you to 10,000 viewers. Let's get, to me, that's not our channel. It's like, I like that we have a community here. the right amount of people, because I can dedicate my time to the people in our channel. When you want to meet me, I can meet you. If you need my help finding an apartment, I can help you with an apartment. You know, that kind of thing. I think that would be harder if our channel grew more, that I could do like personal service, you know, personal connection with people. That's why, to me, you know, you don't hear me like saying, oh, like, subscribe, you know, do all this. I don't do that, you know. It's like, I'm pretty happy, you know. I never expected our channel to even reach the audience that watch our channel, the support that I get from people. To me, I'm already blessed, man. You know, it's like everything in my life, I just feel so blessed, feel grateful for the life I have. I think that's why I think the contentment in life, like I said, I don't crave material things anymore. I love the friends that I have and new friends that come into my life. I have to be careful with people. That I learned that now, you know. This like there's just people sometimes, you know, that I have to be careful to introduce to my life, just because I have to protect Dazzle, I have to protect Leanne and Mom. You know, it's like sometimes, you know, there's people, how do I say this, that are not nice, you know, are not nice, unfortunately. If you've met me, if you know me, I'm all about helping, I'm all about sharing information. I just want to, like I always say, I just want to be good and do good. You know, I want to earn some points, you know. Maybe it's, you know, I've had my battle with cancer, close battle with death. I went through 12 chemo treatments, 32 radiation treatments. I lost my hair. My body's still like in ruins from the chemo. But, you know, so I've been through a lot, you know. So like I said, I just want to do good and be good. But, you know, I do understand, though, that I can't please everyone. There's just people that unfortunately have their own issues, whatever issues they have, and I have to be careful because I have to protect my family from that. Unfortunately, no matter how positive I do, whatever, there's always going to be negative, right? There's always going to be trolls. There's always going to be. That's why I kind of shield Dazzle from YouTube. I don't do the. Before we used to do the live streams together, but there's always people that would like attack her, criticize her, you know, get personal, you know. It's like say mean things. So that's why it's just me. Me, shoot, man. You can tell me anything. I can take it. I can take it. You know, it's like not, you know, because I know I have a good life. I have a good family. No words is ever gonna like damage me. You know, it's like I'm old. You know, I'm not young anymore. You know, I'll be 60 next year. So it's not like I can take YouTube. YouTube is easy for me. JP Ginno won't eat balut. I won't, brother. Not to get, you know, I don't do, you know it, guys, right? I don't do like do like prank or do things to make clickbait. I never clickbait you guys. I never clickbait on the channel. I never do things just for views, just for subscribers. I'm happy with our subscribers and I'm happy with you guys. You guys are my friends. If you come, I'll meet you. I'll drink coffee with you. We'll hang out. We'll go fishing. You know, to me, that's what our channel is all about. We're friends. We're friends here. We're friends in our channel here. Have a nice day. All right, have a nice day, Joe. I'm gonna end the live stream. Perfect timing. I just want to like make sure I hit all the comments here before. You're absolutely right. Happiness is in the ultimate success. I know, Lawrence. I know. Appreciate you, brother. I love seeing your family, man. I love. You are blessed. You are blessed, brother. I love the whole dynamic of your family. You know, I can relate, and I know you can relate with me. You know, it's like when you reach a point in your life, like for me, I have just found contentment. I found contentment in life. I found happiness. I found peace. For me, money, stuff, it's not that important anymore. You know, it's like. It doesn't even really excite me. It doesn't really even excite me. Like, I know Dazzle, you know, we have an economy car, our Toyota Vigo. I know someday we have to replace it. We're saving money. I mean, it's a 2019, so I at least got 4 or 5 good years on it. And I know Dazzle wants a bigger car, but that doesn't even really excite me. I mean, for her, she's excited, and I know she'll be happy once we go to like a bigger, like a mid-size, maybe a mid-size SUV, like the Toyota, the Suzuki Jimny, or like now she likes the Toyota. What is that? Toyota. I forgot the Rush, the Toyota Rush. So now Dazzle's got two. She likes the Suzuki Jimny, and she likes the Toyota Rush. I'm more of a Rush just because I like Toyotas. Toyotas have been a great car for me. Advice I heard, just let the criticism roll off you like water. Oh, but next one, it does. It's like me. I've been doing YouTube now. In February, it'll be 4 years. So pretty much, I know the deal with YouTube now. It doesn't like. I focus on the positive. I focus on the good people. It makes me happy. YouTube makes me happy because the people I meet, Lawrence, JP, Albert, Dan, everybody. It's like, to me, that's why I keep doing it. I would not be doing YouTube if it's like bringing me misery or making me sad. I wouldn't be doing it. Have a great day. All right, have a great day. See you later, Ginno. All right. Blessings, everyone. Blessings. Hey, Troy, my good friend Troy. It was very nice watching and listening today. Have a great. All right, Troy. Thank you, my brother. Troy and I used to work at the command post together at Misawa Air Base. Thank you, brother. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. All right, good. Perfect. Thanks, Ginno. All right, have a good day, everyone. Thank you for joining the live stream. I appreciate it. You don't know how much our communication means a lot to me. Thank you very much. And everybody, please stay blessed. Stay blessed, everyone.